Okay, so I just figured something out. Well, I just heard something that verified what I was feeling. Um, it started when I was married and I was pregnant with Olivia. It was after I had my second daughter. I had always had this feeling like I was missing a child. I had miscarried before, but um it was only to the point to where like I miscarried them in their sack. Um, so I didn't get to see what they were, or I didn't get to see them. They were like in there, but um, I never got to see them through a sonogram or anything. But I always had just had this feeling like I was missing a kid. So I'd call my two daughters over, and then I'd subconsciously wait for another kid, and then I realize, okay, no, they're both here. So I always had felt that way. And then after Olivia, I tried to have a son. I did all the things to try to have a boy, and it didn't work out. I ended up miscarrying him, and I knew he was a boy because the day before I miscarried him, I had a dream. Well, the morning of the day that I miscarried him, I had a dream that I met him in heaven. I met him in this magical, beautiful place. It was just so beautiful, sunny, and flowers and trees and land. And I was chasing him on this mountain, and he was laughing. I was running after him, and he had on these blue jean shorts and curly hair, and he didn't have a shirt on. And I just remembered, I remember thinking, this is my boy and how beautiful he is. But I never saw his face. I could only see him from behind. And I woke up. And when I woke up, I felt a huge gush of blood come out. And I knew it was him. And I closed my eyes because I didn't want to wake up. I wanted to go back to sleep. I wanted to see him again. But I knew that that was for a reason. And I knew that that was him. That was my boy. The Lord wanted to show him to me, and I'm so grateful for that dream. I remember it like if it was yesterday. Um, it just felt so real. Well, I lost him, and after that, I ended up having another daughter. So I had three daughters. I never had a son. I ended up having to get a hysterectomy, and now I can't have any children. But I would always have that feeling like if a child is missing. And yesterday I was with my daughters, and there was a moment where that happened again, where they were all three talking to me, and I was looking at all of them individually, and I happened to look over at the next spot over, and I felt like someone was there, like one of my children was there, like, and I was gonna talk to them next, and I had to, like, I even did the motion, and I had to like back up, like, wait, what am I doing? But I felt it. So it kind of like, it felt like I was like I had shifted like a timeline, like I was going in between timelines. Well, long story short, I run into this video now that's actually saying that that's a real thing. We are constantly jumping through timelines. If you ever feel like you're having deja vu, or if you ever feel like, say, for example, you're reaching to change the knob on the radio in the car, and let's say your car doesn't have a knob for the radio at all, but you get in the car and you're reaching for it like if it was there, and you're like, wait, why did I do that? I know that this is that I have not had that knob there for a long time. It's just because you're jumping in between timelines. You're shifting in between the thought patterns and timeline in your mind that you were just in was in the timeline when you had that button, and then you jumped back into the timeline of reality where the button is not there, because you realized and you focused on that, and so you jump back into your normal reality. So I don't know if you understood that, but that is so intriguing to me. And we really can alter our realities. I, wow, it's pretty crazy.